if fake Drake could be everywhere.
True.
You know, the real Drake could only be right here. You got to pay this much to see it.
Let's talk AI.
Allen Iverson.
You didn't want to do that. Toby, you didn't want to do that.
And that's good. We can talk about it.
All right, so
What AI did?
apparently Guru was on. I see what you did there. So apparently Guru was on an Instagram post that had one of those deep fake Jay-Z joints where they took his voice, and you know the ones that we've been seeing popped up that are really scary as to how good they are. He had a couple interesting comments, so I want to read what he said as it relates to it, and then kind of see what you guys think. So Guru says, so what do we do? On one hand, I'm well aware that you can't stop technology. Once the genie is out of the box, you can't put him back in. On the other hand, we have to protect the rights of the artists. Not only artists, but everyone in society. People should not be able to take your name, image, and likeness without permission. We have to add the voice to this law. We have to learn from our past mistakes. You will be a fool to chase every person that is going to do this. We learned that lesson with Napster. Only way I can see to deal with it is to change the law. So Guru saying they should add the voice.
Did you hear it?
I saw it because it's on the link. They actually have an example of it.
Dealing, despite y'all dealing, we are the savages, the natives who fight the appeal of all your lavishes, the brave who find what is real and call it as.
I mean, it's ridiculous how good this stuff is at this point.
Well, no, because
and I understand what Guru's saying. I don't think he's saying it's just because Hov is this guy. Like I think what he said is right. This is scary. This is very scary
because remember when we did it was a few months ago. It was the Drake one. We wanted to see why Drake never did a song with Fonte. It was still very stilted.
Yep.
And kind of like, okay.
It's only going to get better.
And the leap between this and what we heard from Drake, it was like, by the end of the year, they're going to have everybody's voice ready to go, whether they're there or not. You know, so this was like I said, the whole Drake thing, that was the beta test, the 1.0, the whatever.
Right.
When I heard what might as well have been Jay-Z in this, I was like, oh, this is going to get really out of hand.
Yes.
This is going to get really out of hand.
It's crazy, man.
They got Kendrick one. They got man. All you got to do.
I heard a Kanye one that sounded pretty decent.
Yeah. I heard like 3. I think there were 2 or 3 different versions.
The one I heard from Kanye, I never found it again, but it sounded like the best song Kanye West has made in the past probably 10 years, and it was AI. That's messy.
Matter of fact, we talked about that.
Yeah, that's messy.
Like the song made me be like, okay, that's Kanye. Like that's Kanye right there. Whoever put it together, it was perfect.
What can you really do though? I mean,
the question.
It's AI. So these what would you even call them?
It's like it's
interpretation.
So there was a
engine or whatever the hell it is.
It's like a deep fake almost.
Yeah,
right?
it's constantly learning.
That's
so
what's
it's going to constantly get better. Like he mentioned a month or so ago, we heard one. We don't know if it was the same one that was used, but I mean, whatever they're using is constantly learning. So it's picking up all of this stuff and putting it back out there, and it's learning these artists. I mean, they have access to every song these artists have ever made that's been released. So it's easy to mimic that from just artificially going through and listening to somebody's whole catalog within a snap of a second.
Lone, you said deepfake. That's actually one of the first things that's on the article.
That's what it is.
A posted snippet of a song featuring a deepfake of Jay-Z's voice.
There was a thing that happened, and I don't even know if this can get monetized if I say it, so I'm going to try to censor it. But
okay.
There was a thing that happened with a lot of like online personalities and Twitter famous people and just famous people. There was a deepfake site where people were making, you can go on there and you can like change, it's a whole thing where people are changing people's faces to be like real people.
Wow.
And there was a lot of ethical discussion on this happening. This is like 2 months ago.
Bruh.
And it's just wild because like, and these people, the ladies, the women were just like, this is not cool. You know, you can't just put my face on, like, this is not cool, which... Yeah. Right, rightfully so. So I feel like this is the world that we're jumping into, and I don't know if we can keep up with how fast technology is changing.
No, that's a wrap.
So
especially when it's learning and teaching itself now.
And Microsoft
that's what Guru said. He said
into it.
He said you'd be a fool to chase all these people.
Yeah, so it has to be. There has to be some sort of law around it. There has to be. I don't know if it's a copyright law or if it's something, but there has to be something to protect the likenesses of people and people to profit off of it. It may be a different thing to give away for free. I don't know.
Because I was going to, the reason I'm glad you said that, because I was going to, that's what I was going to mention is I could see projects. I even saw the one of the first ones I saw was Eminem. His voice was being used for something, and it was at a show.
A DJ was using
He was playing it, and the crowd was going crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what are the ramifications?
But think about this. What about people that have passed away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, next thing we
they're
know,
already doing that. They have,
I know, but we could
like in the on the metaverse, they have a Biggie concert.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking of.
With him there.
I'm cool.
Rapping all this stuff.
What if you in 20 years you go to college to get a lecture from Hitler about how he did what he did. You became a national socialist.
You know what's crazy? That's not with technology. That's not that far fetched.
That's what I mean. Like but at the same time, it brings up the ethical. You can bring well, here's a AI Jay-Z who's going to tell you how he got famous in the music business.
Now that you say that, they have something about the Holocaust where they use these artificial people that are telling real stories about real people. There's some exhibit or something I seen. It may have been
Museum?
on 2020.
Oh, okay.
But now, basically, for music, is everyone's freestyle going to have to come with a certificate of authentication?
Who knows? That's the thing. I don't know what this.
They come up with a fake authentication certificate.
I don't know what this.
That's the next wave, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know what this looks like, but it does probably need to be a thing. It does have to be. We have to protect. The creators have to be protected to some degree.
Well, once
That's
again,
basically what Guru's saying.
If and I think we talked about this a little when we first talked about Drake, is going to push into a space to where actually seeing somebody live means more to people now, because if fake Drake could be everywhere,
true,
the real Drake could only be right here. You got to pay this much to see him.
Maybe that's the offset of it. Because right now, I mean, for the longest time, as an independent hip-hop artist or independent artist, the way that you made money wasn't necessarily selling music. It was going on tour and selling your merch and stuff.
Yep.
So maybe it's just even more.
What if fake Drake is dropping better music than real Drake?
Yeah. And so even on that site that I was talking about, that's how they got around it. They would put like fake person or not real this person. And when you did that, then it was not misleading, but it was still the same thing.
That's
if you put it in a search engine, though, even though you have the fake in it, it's still going to find it.
Yeah. It's wild.
Because even if you put the fake, this celebrity's name, fake, you're still going to be seeing the image of that particular celebrity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or their likeness.
Yeah. Media is in such a weird space right now. Such an interesting space.
Yep. And it's like they toy with the regular everyday person with these apps and these layers that you can scroll through and do. You know what I'm saying, on yourself. So you can put yourself on something. I remember how they can put you on like somebody in a movie. Have you're Arnold Schwarzenegger now in all his little movie clips because they've masked your face. It's like they give it to you just to see how you're going to act with it. And then they take it to the next level.